Tonight, Victor Blackwell has exclusive information, some disturbing new evidence, photos and videos that only raise more questions. And we do want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is graphic, difficult to watch.
What if everything you thought you knew about a tragic death was a lie?
The family of a Valdosta teen found dead at school over 10 years ago is continuing their push for justice.
Kendrick Johnson, a promising young athlete, was found dead in a school gym. But what really happened?
Well, Tyler, hundreds of people with the organization Israel United in Christ took to the streets in downtown Atlanta demanding justice for Kendrick Johnson. His family says law enforcement has ruled their son's death an accident.
Was it a freak accident or something far darker?
The Lowndes County Sheriff is investigating new possible evidence in the case of a teen found dead in a high school gym. Kendrick Johnson's family say they recently obtained a recording of someone who may be confessing to killing him.
A tangled web of cover-ups, missing evidence, and unexplained circumstances surrounds his mysterious death. The truth is still out there, and it's waiting to be uncovered. Don't miss out. This story will leave you questioning everything. Stay tuned, because you'll want to know what happens next. Kendrick Johnson was born on October 10, 1995, the youngest of his siblings. He was described as the joy and laughter of his family, his love for sports shining through as he played football and basketball, excelling in both. Kendrick had dreams of playing professional football one day. But on a cold January day in 2013, those dreams were shattered. His death would spark a series of questions, investigations, and theories that continue to haunt the Johnson family to this very day. The disappearance. On January 10, 2013, Kendrick stayed after school at Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia for a basketball game. When he didn't return home that night, his mother, Jacqueline Johnson, wasn't immediately concerned. She thought he might have been hanging out with friends, but by 10 p.m., she knew something was terribly wrong. After frantically searching the school herself and finding no sign of him, she reported Kendrick missing at 12:30 a.m. that night. A horrific find. The following morning, the school would become the scene of one of the most haunting discoveries imaginable. Students and faculty stumbled upon Kendrick's body, discovered headfirst inside a rolled-up wrestling mat in the gymnasium. His body was bloated, disfigured, and bloodied, his arms stretched above his head, the other near his waist. He was unrecognizable, with blood and vomit around him. The gym, once filled with echoes of students and athletes, was now a silent witness to a chilling death. An accident? Despite the gruesome scene, police were quick to call Kendrick's death an accident. The theory put forth was that Kendrick had become stuck in the mat while trying to retrieve a pair of shoes, an explanation that many, including his family, found unsatisfactory. Kendrick was an athlete minus 5'10" and athletic, and the size of the mat, which had a 14-inch diameter opening, made it highly improbable for him to squeeze inside, especially in a way that would have suffocated him. His parents insisted this explanation didn't fit, but the authorities held fast to their claim that Kendrick had accidentally suffocated while inside the mat. What happened in the gym? The questions surrounding Kendrick's death didn't stop with the absurdity of the accident theory. How could nobody have heard him cry for help? Why was there blood found on the gym walls? Blood that didn't belong to Kendrick. Where did the extra pair of shoes come from, and why were they found in such odd positions? His body showed signs of unexplained bruising, and the paramedics' report contradicted the police's version of events. The gym mat was indeed a place where students would sometimes stash belongings. But why would Kendrick climb in headfirst, especially when it would have been easier to tilt the mat or push it aside? Moreover, the video footage from the school's surveillance cameras seemed to add more confusion. Multiple hours of footage were mysteriously missing or corrupted, and what little remained did not offer any insight into what had happened inside the gym during that crucial period. The road to answers. The Johnson family, determined not to let their son's death be swept under the rug, sought help from civil rights leaders and attorneys. With the support of renowned figures like Benjamin Crump, the Johnsons pressed for an independent investigation. The questions grew louder. Was Kendrick's death truly an accident, or was there something more sinister at play? Could it be that someone had rolled him up in the mat after an altercation, knowing he wouldn't be able to escape? Forensic experts pointed out the inconsistencies in the autopsy, notably the lack of fluid in Kendrick's lungs, a key indicator in cases of positional asphyxia. Dr. William Anderson, a forensic pathologist, performed a second autopsy, which revealed signs of non-accidental blunt force trauma to Kendrick's neck and thorax. Anderson's findings were a stark contrast to the original autopsy, which had ruled the death accidental. The role of surveillance footage. One of the key pieces of evidence in the case was the surveillance footage from the school's cameras. After Kendrick was found, the footage was carefully reviewed. However, much of it was corrupted, with significant gaps in time that made it impossible to piece together a definitive timeline. What was even more disturbing was that there was no footage from inside the gym, where Kendrick's body was found. Investigators, including forensic video analyst Grant Fredericks, discovered that critical portions of the footage had been altered or were missing altogether, raising suspicions of foul play and cover-up. Is there a hidden truth? In the years following Kendrick's death, a number of theories emerged, one of which suggested that members of the Bell family, two brothers who had allegedly been involved in a prior altercation with Kendrick, were connected to his death. Surveillance footage appeared to show one of the Bell brothers with a suspicious stain on his shirt, and claims were made that the brothers may have had a motive. The Johnson family filed a lawsuit implicating them, though no charges were ever brought against them. In 2021, a 25-second audio recording surfaced, allegedly capturing someone confessing to the murder. The family purchased the tape for $1,000, but the sheriff's office later confirmed it to be a hoax. Despite this, the tape added yet another layer of mystery and suspicion to an already convoluted case. A never-ending fight for justice. The legal saga surrounding Kendrick's death was as complicated as the investigation itself. The Johnson family filed multiple lawsuits, alleging a cover-up and seeking justice for their son. They argued that Kendrick had been harassed and attacked by fellow students, and that the school had failed to protect him. In response, the school district and law enforcement officials denied any wrongdoing, and despite the family's persistent efforts, the legal battles dragged on. The Johnsons were eventually ordered to pay attorneys' fees and face defamation charges, further complicating their quest for justice. In the years following Kendrick's death, multiple investigations were conducted, including by the FBI, but no criminal charges were ever filed. The case reopened. In March 2021, the case was officially reopened by the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office after new evidence emerged. Sheriff Ashley Polk, while not stating an opinion on whether Kendrick's death was accidental or a homicide, vowed to thoroughly review the case files and continue the investigation. This new investigation, fueled by public pressure and the relentless pursuit of the Johnson family, remains ongoing. A family's determined pursuit of justice. Kendrick Johnson's death remains one of the most haunting mysteries of our time. His family continues to seek justice for their son, determined to uncover the truth about what happened in that gym. Despite the challenges and setbacks they have faced, they remain steadfast in their belief that Kendrick's death was not an accident. They will not rest until the truth is revealed and the responsible parties are held accountable. The mystery behind Kendrick Johnson's death might be just the beginning. If you found this story gripping, you won't want to miss our next video. The case of the missing Beaumont children. It's a chilling case full of twists, turns, and shocking revelations you'll want to be the first to hear. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest deep dives into real-life mysteries. Join the journey because you won't believe what we uncover next.